1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome back to my face, movie fans. Hope you guys and girls are having a great day out there. It's a beautiful morning again. A little colder today, kind of chilly. So go get your spoon. Ah, that's terrible. I can't believe I said that. Moving on. Lame jokes aside, the reason you're here, we're going to talk about Captain America, Brave New World for just a few minutes with it. So I guess let's just kind of dive in. I really enjoyed the film. I had a great time watching it. I've seen it twice now, and I actually think I enjoyed it more the second time around. It's pretty standard Marvel Cinematic Universe fare at this point, but it's good. It's definitely a step above and a step in the right direction, in my opinion, from Thor: Love and Thunder as well as the Marvels. And full disclosure, I couldn't even finish the Marvels. Thor: Love and Thunder really hurt me also. As a huge Ragnarok fan, it just didn't even feel like the same character in the same universe. Sad times. But I think we're on to better things now. So the movie stars Sam Mackie, Harrison Ford, Giancarlo Esposito, that was in Breaking Bad and also on Community. Shouts out to Community. As far as the story of the film, it's not quite the taut, tight political thriller that the film wants it to be. It is in the first act or so. That's there. There's a mystery. It's intriguing, but at some point, I guess throughout the rewrites and the reshoots, that tone, that vibe is just not consistent through the film. It just kind of pops in here or there, and I'm sure there's a really good movie somewhere in there, like a Fantastic Winter Soldier level of movie, but this is not really that. But moving on, I thought the action scenes were great. I loved them all. I would say the first one, I can kind of see the stunt double in the first one. Other than that, fantastic fight throughout, fantastic action scene where we get to see the Serpent Society and their leader. I would like to see more of him, but you know, with these movies, it's kind of hard to get these characters back in a timely manner. Might be 2 or 3 years from now before we see that guy again, and nobody's getting any younger. You know, I speak from experience. So yeah, I thought the action scenes were great. I thought the performances were fantastic. Harrison Ford, you know, still doing his thing all these years. It's really cool to see him as Thaddeus. I didn't really have any problems with the story. As far as comparing it to the source material, the Red Hulk is definitely a huge departure from how it went down in the comics. It was a huge mystery that was played up for months. They decided just to throw that out the window and just get right down to it. I guess they just didn't have time for that. I thought seeing Sam as Cap was badass. I like the new Falcon, Falcon Jr., I guess call him, the guy from Miami. I thought he was really funny, and he brought that kind of Marvel humor to the film. The older actor playing the, I guess one of the older super soldiers, I thought he did a great job. Yeah, I thought everyone was great as far as performance. And shouts out to the villain in this thing. I actually think the live action version of that character is more interesting than the comic book counterpart, at least for me. I'd never really considered that character much of a threat. You know, he's super smart. But in the film, it actually, okay, I can kind of grasp it. You know, it's tangible what he's able to do with probability and just knowing everything. Kind of cool. Character design on that guy in particular is a little polarizing. I'm always a fan for the comic book. Just do it the way it's in the comics. But in this case, we have to be honest with ourselves. That gigantic head on that guy and trying to put on a hat to blend in would have just looked dumb. You know, let's just be real with ourselves on that one. I don't love what they did. It's kind of got this broccoli thing going on, but it makes sense, you know, in the real world, I guess. But yeah, everyone I thought was awesome. You can kind of see, at some points in the film, you can kind of see the cracks from the reshoots, the rewrites. There are scenes where characters just seem out of place, like they were kind of photoshopped in, dragged and dropped with editing, you know. I'm not saying I do editing on any level whatsoever as a Hollywood studio, but you kind of notice things once you start playing around with videos and doing stuff. Overall, I enjoyed the film. I thought it was very entertaining. In particular, I love the final fight between the Hulk and Cap. I think I said that on my right out of the theater reaction, which I'll put here. I'm still trying to get the pointing of the finger down, which side it is. I want to say it's this side. We're going to gamble on this one. Enjoyed that scene. I think that's one of the top MCU fight scenes. Pretty badass in my opinion. I've seen it twice now and it was better the second time. Can't wait to see that again. So yeah, the film's not perfect in any way and it was fun. I haven't had fun in a while with one of these films and I can only speak for myself. Kind of loved it. With that being said, I think we're going to wrap this up. As far as my score on this movie, I'm giving this thing an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I've seen it twice now, so I've been able to ponder some things, and I think overall they polished this thing enough to where it's very entertaining and respectable if you're a fan of Captain America or Marvel in general. You can kind of, I'm holding my head up, you know. I see a lot of hate online, but it's just fun to hate on Marvel. It has been for a while now. You know, I think that's going to change this year, but we'll see. It's up to the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, which I think we're kind of going from like ultra realistic to more fantastical with these releases. With the Sentry being in the Thunderbolts, that kind of gets us more into that superhero tier film I'm looking forward to. And I think the Fantastic Four will take it all the way there with some really big multiverse stuff. But you got to make sure you like and subscribe to come back and see if I'm right about any of this. And comment your thoughts down below what you thought about this film, Captain America Brave New World. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap this thing up. I appreciate you guys and girls making it this far into the video. At the time of this recording, I've made it to 92 subscribers. Didn't quite get to 100 before this movie came out, but I'm okay. I'm very happy and proud of my numbers and my subscriber count. So I think that's the same thing. I just said it twice. Ugh. Appreciate you guys and girls hanging out. Until next time, you guys and girls stay safe. In the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna hit you in your face. Bop. Hey.